Hi, my name is Ying, and in today's episode, we have with us Winny from Reach Counselling Service.
Hi.
Thank you so much for being here. In today's episode, Winny will be sharing with us what happens to a relationship upon the arrival of having a baby.
So it's not easy when you have a newborn baby and you just got married, because that will impact your couple relationship. Yeah, in the area, for example, that your social life, right? You can't go out like you did before. And also with the new demand like breastfeeding, you have to wake up midnight, a lot of change, lack of sleep, that also affect your mental health as well. It also affects your sex life. When you're so tired, that how to have a sex life regularly like before. So it all affected especially the couple time.
So in this case, with so much added stress, when do you know when you're ready to have a baby?
Yeah, there are three main points that, for example, the parental roles. Are you ready? Are you ready for the new addition in your family, in your couple relationship? Also, are you mentally, emotionally prepared to take the responsibilities and demands of the newborn baby? Second is a financial budget. Are you ready? For example, that both for the prenatal and postnatal, that the needs that you need to pay to see doctor, gynae, and also how about the caregiving arrangement that you need to consider all about this, and emergency fund, for example, for medical, for the baby. The most important is your work and your time commitment management. Are you willing to share the baby care responsibilities with your spouse?
So what are some of the challenges that you have noticed with couples with newborn babies?
First is the physical tiredness, because every 2 hours you need to breastfeeding, and this is 24 hours. So if the couple doesn't have enough support, that the mother will be super tired the next day. So it's very important to have support from family, and sometimes you need money to spend on the, for example, confinement lady or some part-time helper or any kind of arrangement. And secondly is the emotionally, that you don't know what to expect, especially the child, the baby crying, that you don't know, is it because you need to change diapers, is it because hungry, is it because need comfort?
Trial and error.
Yeah, so there's so many things happen that you don't know that what to expect. So this can create anxiety, and if not careful, there will be the mother maybe that will experience the postnatal depression. This is because they don't know how to handle, and a lot of things, like this happen.
So can you also share with us more about what are some of the unforeseen factors maybe that affects a couple after a newborn?
It's very important to plan for the pregnancy. Sometimes the unplanned pregnancy to happen, and this affects the stability in the couple relationship, because first, if they got married only few months after the relationship, they need a lot of adjustment and to know each other better, and also families. But this, if they didn't have before, and soon they are going to cope with the baby, that a lot of things that they need to adjust to each other. And also the financial commitment. Are they ready or not? If they are not ready, this is also another issue, because, for example, when the wife has to look after the baby, normally the husband will become the main breadwinner. So to spend time, I heard from my client that they took 2 jobs. After the full-time job, nighttime driving Grab, for example, to get extra income. So because of that, husband only come back home 1 or 2 a.m. Wife, new mother, needs support at home. Nobody can support, and depression, through depression, and this is quite difficult for the family to cope with that.
So when a couple faces a problem, how does Reach Counselling Service assist them?
We will talk about that, so it's more like become a couple counseling, how they experience each other, the dynamic in the family, in the couple relationship. Then we will talk about that, how they experience each other when this topic come to their life.
So the most important thing for a couple is definitely how to manage their relationship after a newborn. So are there some tips that you can share with our viewers?
First, if you can plan for your pregnancy, for new arrival in your family. Also talk about that. Talk about your expectation and how are you going to take these new roles when you become parents. Also get support from families, community, friends, whatever. Sometimes you need to spend money, just spend money. But the last thing that is very super important is continue with the couple time, because that is the quality of couple time is the number one that in this situation continue after you get married. I found out that many couples that have difficulty to let go of their children. Yeah. So if you can let go and still see your spouse as priority, that will be great.
Thank you so much for watching, and we thank Winnie for being with us here today and sharing your insights. If you've enjoyed this, do remember to stay tuned with us for the next episode.